Want to talk to you about something that's really been weighing on me for a while now. This isn't meant to start drama, it's not a call out, it's just something I've been feeling personally. And I think a lot of other furries might relate to it. The feeling of not feeling furry enough. I've been in the fandom since 2018. I've been fursuiting since 2022, and I've met so many incredible people, I've made amazing memories, and yet I still sometimes feel like I don't fully belong. A big part of that comes from how my fursona looks. Autumn has a certain aesthetic, and whether people realize it or not, that comes with expectations. And there's this unspoken idea that I should act a certain way, should be more animated, should be more bubbly, and more outgoing. And when my actual personality doesn't line up with that, I start questioning myself. Am I doing something wrong? Am I sona wrong? Or am I just not living up to what people expect me to be? I see other furry creators who are incredibly animated, funny, approachable, and they're just honestly good vibes. They're really like just radiating good energy. And I genuinely respect that. I'm not criticizing them at all. But when I compare myself to that, I start feeling like I'm missing something. Like I don't have the right energy or the right personality, or that I'm just not enough in comparison. The truth is, I'm not a super high energy person. I'm quieter, I'm more reflective. I don't always have that big animated presence, and trying to force myself into that role that just feels fake. But in a fandom where louder, more bubbly personalities are often more visible, it can make someone like me feel invisible or just out of place. Another part of this is that I don't really fit into like any specific groups necessarily. I don't really want to be a part of like a specific group because then I feel like that limits myself. But again, I just don't naturally fit into really any group. And when you don't clearly belong to like any one group, it can feel like you're floating on the outside, watching everyone else find their people while you still are trying to figure out where you belong. And that feeling also shows up at conventions. I'm not really into a lot of stereotypical con activities like heavy drinking, drinking games, late night parties, or after dark events. And yes, I do participate in a few of those at cons, but for the most part, I don't really do any of that. And again, there's nothing wrong with those things. A lot of people genuinely enjoy them. They're just not for me. But when so much social bonding revolves around those activities, it can make you feel like you don't quite fit the expected version of what a furry is supposed to be. That feeling really intensified when I first posted my fursuit on Twitter. Almost immediately, I was cancelled. Hate accounts went after me, people tried to dig up anything they could, and there were false and genuinely horrible rumors spread about me. And those were obviously completely untrue. And when something like that happens, especially early on, it messes with you. And it makes you feel like you're being watched, you're judged, and evaluated, not just as a creator, but as a person. I went from being so excited to share Autumn, because this is genuinely something really important and exciting to me, to feeling like I wasn't welcome at all. I've also been outspoken about things that go against what's often considered the norm in the fandom. Whether it was calling out issues with the fursuit maker or being vocal about things I didn't feel comfortable staying silent about, I learned pretty quickly that speaking up can make you a target, and that includes politics. Having views that don't perfectly align with what's expected can make it feel like there's this unspoken checklist or rule or just kind of standards that you have to follow just to be accepted. And over time, all of this adds up. You start wondering if you're too serious, you're too quiet, you're too opinionated, or you're just not fun enough. And that's when the thought creeps in. Maybe I'm just not the kind of furry people want around. But what I think I'm finally starting to understand is this. A lot of that pressure isn't about being a furry. It's about performing a version of myself that makes other people more comfortable. And the way I show up, the way I act, the tone I use, that's not me being distant or uninterested. I'm just a naturally introverted person. This lower energy is simply my norm. And I choose to show up this way because I want to be authentic and genuine. I don't want to force energy I don't have. Not that I really have any energy to begin with. Or put on some personality that isn't mine just to seem more entertaining. I'd rather be real. Even if that means I'm a quieter, more reserved person, than coming across as someone who's fake or soulless. And honestly, a big part of this is that I want people especially other furries, to feel comfortable around me. I want to be someone who feels safe, approachable, and real. Not overwhelming, not performative, just me. If you've ever felt like your persona doesn't match who you really are, or you've been in the fandom for years and you still feel out of place, you're not alone. And I don't have all the answers, because frankly I'm still trying to figure this out, hence why I'm sharing this video with you. But I wanted to be honest about it, because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. That being said, thank you so much for watching, take care of yourself, I'll see you on the next video. Bye!